Facts about the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, where I share amazing facts about the world and its history. Today, we are going to explore the 7 wonders of the ancient world, a list of remarkable architectural feats that amazed ancient travelers. Let's get started. The 7 wonders of the ancient world were the Great Pyramid of Giza, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the statue of Zeus at Olympia, the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, the Colossus of Rhodes, the Lighthouse of Alexandria. These wonders were chosen by Greek writers who visited the lands of the Persian, Babylonian, and Egyptian empires. They wrote about these structures in travel guides, poems, and artworks. The most famous list was made by Antipater of Sidon, a poet who lived in the 2nd century BC. However, his list did not include many other amazing monuments from other civilizations, such as Africa, Asia, and the Americas, which were unknown to the Greeks. Sadly, only one of these wonders still exists today, the Great Pyramid of Giza. It is the oldest and largest of the 3 pyramids that make up the ancient Egyptian necropolis at Giza, just outside Cairo. It was built around 2560 BC by the pharaoh Khufu as his tomb. It was the tallest man-made structure in the world for almost 4,000 years, until Lincoln Cathedral was built in England in 1311 AD. It is made of 2.3 million stone blocks, each weighing about 2.5 tons. It is a marvel of engineering and mathematics, as it is aligned with the cardinal points and the stars. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon were a legendary oasis of greenery and waterfalls in the middle of the desert. They were said to have been built by King Nebuchadnezzar II in the 6th century BC for his wife Amytis, who missed the lush gardens of her homeland, Media. The gardens were described as a series of terraces, supported by stone columns and arches, and irrigated by a complex system of pumps, canals, and aqueducts. However, there is no archaeological evidence that the gardens ever existed, and some scholars think they were a myth or a confusion with another site. The statue of Zeus at Olympia was a colossal sculpture of the king of the Greek gods, sitting on a throne and holding a scepter and a Nike, a goddess of victory. It was made by the famous sculptor Phidias around 435 BC in the Temple of Zeus at Olympia, the site of the ancient Olympic Games. The statue was about 12 meters, 40 feet, tall and covered with gold and ivory plates. It was considered one of the masterpieces of Greek art, and inspired awe and reverence among the visitors. Unfortunately, it was destroyed by a fire in the 5th century AD, and nothing remains of it today. The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus was a magnificent sanctuary dedicated to the goddess of hunting, wildlife, and the moon. It was located in the city of Ephesus, in present-day Turkey, which was a major center of trade and culture in the ancient world. The temple was built 3 times, each time bigger and more splendid than the previous one. The final version, completed in 323 BC, was one of the largest and most beautiful buildings in the world. It was 450 meters, 1,480 feet, long and 225 meters, 738 feet, wide, and had 127 columns, each 18 meters, 60 feet, high. The temple was adorned with sculptures, paintings, and jewels, and housed a sacred image of Artemis that was believed to have fallen from the sky. The temple was destroyed by the Goths in 262 AD, and only a few fragments of its columns remain. The Mausoleum at Halicarnassus was a monumental tomb built for Mausolus, a ruler of Caria, a region in southwestern Asia Minor, and his sister and wife Artemisia. It was constructed between 353 and 350 BC in the city of Halicarnassus, now Bodrum in Turkey. It was designed by 4 famous Greek architects, who each decorated one side of the building with elaborate sculptures and reliefs. The mausoleum was about 45 meters, 148 feet, tall and had a pyramidal roof topped by a huge quadriga, a chariot drawn by 4 horses. The mausoleum was so impressive that it gave its name to all large tombs. mausoleums. It was damaged by earthquakes and plundered by crusaders, and only a few pieces of its sculpture survive in museums. The Colossus of Rhodes was a gigantic statue of the sun god Helios, standing at the entrance of the harbor of Rhodes, a Greek island in the Aegean Sea. It was built between 292 and 280 BC by the sculptor Chares of Lindos, to celebrate the victory of Rhodes over the invading army of Antigonus I, a Macedonian king. The statue was made of bronze plates over an iron framework, and was about 30 meters, 98 feet, tall. It held a torch in one hand and a spear in the other, and was visible from far away. It was one of the tallest statues in the ancient world, but it did not last long. It was toppled by an earthquake in 226 BC, and its fragments were sold as scrap metal by the Arabs in the 7th century AD. The Lighthouse of Alexandria was a towering beacon built on the island of Pharos, near the city of Alexandria in Egypt. It was commissioned by Ptolemy I, a successor of Alexander the Great, to guide sailors into the busy port of Alexandria. It was constructed between 280 and 247 BC by the architect Sostratus of Cnidus, and was about 120 to 140 meters, 394 to 459 feet, high. It had 3 sections: a square base, an octagonal middle, and a cylindrical top. It had a large fire at the top, which was reflected by a polished bronze mirror, and a foghorn that sounded like a roaring lion. It was one of the most useful and practical wonders, and served as a model for many later lighthouses. It was damaged by several earthquakes, and the last remains of it were demolished in 1480 AD by the Sultan of Egypt, who used its stones to build a fort. These were the 7 wonders of the ancient world, a testament to the creativity and skill of the ancient civilizations. They inspired awe and admiration for thousands of years, and still fascinate us today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, share, subscribe and ring the notification bell for more amazing facts. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.